What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of The Average Joe. I am at work today, so I guess got to get my little Derek Jackson on, so y'all bear with me and work with me. But today, guys, I got some exciting news that I want to share with you. And it's very, very intriguing because it's going to cause a conundrum, if you ask me. There's going to be a pause in the whole system, if you ask me. And it has to do with banks and why it makes a difference. But now let's do the YouTube stuff. Guys, this is your first time coming in. Understand that I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube telling you some things that I'm doing with crypto, okay? I want to help you guys narrow the path and make it a little less bumpy. But you have to understand it's going to get bumpy because you're going to have to go in there and you're going to have to turn some pages. You're going to have to read and find out what's going on. And possibly if you were like I was in the beginning and you jumped around from project to project, you could lose a couple of dollars here and there. I know I did because I was just jumping around. Some of the projects that I wish I would have stayed in from the beginning. But I am not a financial advisor, okay? Also, guys, if this is your first time checking out the show, I appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button so you'll know the next time I drop another video like this. Also, comment, share, and like I said, like the video. But guys, I am very intrigued about this opportunity, and I think it's going to make banks completely obsolete. We already know that a lot of banks have shut down all over the country. Okay, because we don't need as many anymore. Okay, now I want you to hear. I'm gonna play this clip. Fair use. This is an entertainment and informational purposes only. I'm going to show this clip. But Steve Ehrlich, co-founder of Voyager, also co-founder of E-Trade. You know, I don't know if you guys know anything about E-Trade. It's another trading platform. But basically, Voyager, it's just a brokerage. Basically, they're like the middleman. Okay, they're going to try to find you the best deals. But there's something else going on in Voyager. I think it's amazing. Watch this clip.
Crypto economy. Joining us now is Steve Ehrlich. He's co-founder and CEO of Voyager Digital, a crypto trading firm. Steve, thank you and for joining us and welcome. You've had amazing growth. Tell us a little bit about how fast your platform is growing.
Well, it's been an amazing 12 months. Thank you for having me first. It's been an amazing 12 months for Voyager, and we've just exploded. We have millions of users on the platform now. We've grown from literally about 5 million of assets 15 months ago to close to 3 billion, if not over 3 billion of assets today by our consumers. So we've seen this amazing growth that has happened over the last 12, 15 months for us.
270,000 plus funded accounts. What was that a year ago?
It was probably about 8,000 funded accounts a year ago. So you can see how much we've grown in just 12 months.
You compete, obviously, with Coinbase, but one way in which, I don't know whether you're different from them, but one of the things we talked about in our tease to this segment was that there is some concern among those who follow this business that those companies that rely on a fee-based structure to make money are going to see those fees go to the bottom quickly as the competition heats up. You don't charge fees. Why and how do you make money?
Yeah, well, first, we have an expansive coin list. We have over 50 coins that consumers can actually invest and earn on our platform. With about half of them, you actually earn interest. So our model is we earn a spread revenue on coins as well because there's no national best bidder offer in the crypto market. So we're finding consumers' best execution on every trade. We're connected to 10 plus exchanges and market makers to do all that. So we make a small spread on every trade. We're only at 50 basis points as our fee on the spread on Bitcoin. And so we're already at a very competitive price to allow consumers to actually create the wealth and keep most of what they're making. In addition to that, we're actually giving people interest on Bitcoin and on the USDC stablecoin at a tune of 7.25% to 10%. So consumers really can create wealth using our platform.
Year to date, your stock is up what? There looks like 467% as Bitcoin has moved up and some of the other cryptocurrencies have as well. But you do see, if you chart cryptocurrencies, they do a lot of that. They're very volatile. What do you think the ultimate effect of that volatility is going to be for acceptance of cryptocurrency and for your business. The two things could be very different.
You know, it's interesting. So I hearken back to the time I spent in building E-Trade back in the early 2000s, where volatility was at play with a lot of stocks. Volatility is really good for entities like us, like Voyager. I do think it brings interest in. I think people have the ability to make money. But, you know, I've heard a lot of people say this, and I tend to agree with it. To get to a point where there'll be less stability, less volatility with crypto, we have to get through the volatile stages. As more and more people come on board and more people adopt crypto, you're going to have volatile points. At some point, there'll be some steadying off, but I think that's multiple years out here. But we saw that with stocks over in the early 2000s with the advent of online brokerage. There was an increased volatility that took years before it flattened out. So I think we're going to see the same thing here.
Boom, there it is. 7 to 10% interest on your USDC, your regular currency. Okay? 7 to 10% a year is tremendous. So this is how I'm looking at it. This is why I say that it's going to put banking in a tough spot, because look, outside of your normal emergency expenses, 3 to 6 months, or if you need 6 months to a year, and it seems like you possibly need 6 months to a year now dealing with this pandemic. But guys, outside of having emergency money sitting in a bank, right? What need is it for me to? I don't need to set my unused cash in a savings account because you're not even getting 0.5%. It doesn't benefit me. What benefit does it me to have my money just sitting in an account that's only in saving? Well, I'm getting like 0.5% per year. It doesn't make sense. You think about that. Think about that. Outside of my emergency savings, I would leave it in a bank account. I'm talking about for me, okay? I would leave it in the bank account and then take some and you put it like on an exchange or a brokerage exchange like Voyager, where you're getting 7 to 10% interest a year. Guys, that is amazing. That is amazing. And I'm going to tell you partly who this is for. This is for the person that doesn't necessarily want to trade crypto because of the volatility of it, but they would love to get more gains on their money. You know, they might be over leveraged. You know, they already got, leveraged on real estate. They got stocks. Now they got a business, whatever it is. They got some bonds. I'm not sure. It could be a bunch of things guys have, a person can have. And then they still have some cash left over. What do I do with this cash? Because you're going to have to end up paying taxes on it any kind of way. And it's already, cash is very, very inflationary, So just having cash sitting around, it's not beneficial. You always want your money working for you. And if nothing else, this virus just showed us that. It just showed us that. Because, okay, so take for instance, right? Let's say this person is working a 40-hour shift at the mall or wherever they're working at, right? And we have to go back into another semi-lockdown or whatever. And the hours are cut, right? Well, you can have another cash flow, not only come from crypto, but you can have it coming from your USDC currency. Think about that. Think about that. I think there's going to be a hit, and banks cannot compete with that. They can't compete because already now you got me looking at banks sideways. You know what I mean? I'm looking at banks sideways. I mean, they can't compete. So what's the point of setting money in a savings account that is outside of your emergency money? You tell me. Drop down in the comments, tell me, because maybe I need to know. I see no point in just leaving a bunch of money in savings that's outside of your emergency savings. I mean, if you're not trusting any exchanges, any crypto exchanges or whatever, then you maybe want to up your contribution to your 401k. I just upped mine. Okay? My children are grown. All right? So, guys, that's something to think about. I want you to pay attention because, hey, they went from 8,000 funded accounts to 270 in a year. And I'm gonna tell you something also, right, about Voyager, right? I've been on a waiting list to have my account from Voyager opened up for a month now. That is how swamped they are with people wanting to use Voyager's exchange, or excuse me, that broker to, buy currencies. I think they have like 58 pairs you can get, and one of them is also Tether, and one of them is also USDC, and it says 7 to 10% interest per year. So y'all go over there and check that out. Oh, another thing, guys, I do have WhatsApp, but I will never ever ask in the comments for you to send me money. The comment section is full of scams. Just go down there and read. I'm not asking anybody for money, and I'm not putting any kind of links in or anything like that right there. I'm just trying to pass on information that are hopefully that will help you guys along this crypto journey, because we're all new to it. All right. So like I said, last week I got some new currencies that I'm getting ready to buy. I'm getting ready to drop it on you guys after I make this purchase. I'm looking at actually 4 things. I will tell you that: Theta, Kati, and I'm thinking about adding some more to my Chainlink, and I'm looking at Solana. Okay, I'm looking at Solana. So until next time, guys, peace.